What's up everybody, my name is Phil and welcome to Miranda Detailing, where we make satisfying detailing videos. In today's video, we're going to show you what to expect when you're detailing a vehicle that has been smoked in. So guys, if you haven't already, consider subscribing and clicking that bell. That way you get notifications each time our videos drop each week and you don't miss stuff. And guys, as you're watching the video and you see any tools or products that you may be interested in or you have questions about, feel free to ask me down below and click up there. That goes to our dedicated page on our website that has tools and products, and you can simply click on those pictures, brings you right to Amazon so you can purchase those products easily. So guys, let's get into it. This is a Toyota Prius, obviously pre-owned and heavily smoked in. Now we're not going to show you the entire process, but we're going to show you bits and pieces of it that are heavily soiled. Now you're going to notice that the armrest on both the door and the center console is pretty gross. It almost looks like it's not cloth at all. It almost looks like it's leather or vinyl. Now, when you see a vehicle like that, you may be thinking to yourself, how am I going to tackle this? But don't worry, 90% of the time, it actually comes out pretty good. Now, when it comes to all the other stuff that's in there, maybe damage due to ashes and smoke and the residue that's put off into the headliner and things like that, there's multiple things you can do. We'll probably discuss that in later videos. Usually when it comes to the headliner, I tread very, very carefully. I don't steam it heavily. I vacuum it and I wipe it down. I will spray a little bit of chemical onto the towel itself and then wipe the whole surface down. But that's about it. Maybe some spots here and there I'll treat a little bit heavier, but be very careful with those headliners because it may look good if you heavily saturate it with steam or heavily clean it with liquid and chemical, but once the moisture hits and once the humidity hits, especially down here in the summer, really anywhere, once it starts to get humid in the vehicle, that glue will start to come apart and the headliner will start to come down. It doesn't happen right away, it happens gradually. So be really careful when cleaning headliners. But on to the vehicle. So we're going to show you, we're going to clean the dash, the center console area, the steering wheel buttons, and all those gross areas. And then we're going to heavily concentrate on a couple of the stains in the seat, but certainly on the center console armrest and the door armrest. Those are the two nastiest areas. So enjoy the video, guys. We'll see you at the end. So this vehicle was pretty disgusting. Yeah, that looks like it's leather. It's not. It's a lot of nicotine buildup. And we're going to have to be careful around all of these buttons because if you clean too aggressively, then the text will start to come off. Same goes with the left side armrest. It's not leather. It's just a buildup of grease, nicotine, and I don't want to know what else. So I'm using 3D APC here. It's a great all-purpose cleaner to use on all of the vinyl, carpet, and all of those grungy areas. So you can see that you have to be very careful when wiping these areas because you don't want to wipe away that lettering. So be very gentle. When working on a vehicle that's been smoked in, you have to also be on the lookout for damage. You might be cleaning something that isn't dirty at all, but simply damaged. So I spray my APC onto my brush, and now I'm going to start to agitate all those areas because it gets into all the little creases. Yes, you could use steam on here, but again, you don't want to go too aggressive because steam could be too hot and again, it could remove the white labeling on the buttons. Let's move on to some grungier areas. So here I just grabbed my wet towel. I have one dry towel and one towel that I simply dunk in water and wring out. And there's no chemical in that one, it's just water. It's great to have an air compressor because after you clean up all those areas, you can blow out all the cracks and crevices and dry the area thoroughly to make sure that it's actually cleaned. Sometimes you have to go back over that area a few times after drying it. Now let's get on to the nastiest area of all. We really do douse it with APC. And then we get to scrubbing. Here we did have to use steam. It does warm up the material and it dissolves all that nasty I don't know what. After all that agitation and steam, mop it up with multiple microfiber towels. You may have to do this quite a few times until you get the results that you want. Now is the second application of APC scrubbing and steaming. Using the steam and the brush really does break it up, and then the microfiber removes all of the top surface gunk and lifts it away from the surface. Let's go with one more application of APC, a good scrubbing, and more steam. Now it's looking really, really nice. There were a few stains like this throughout the vehicle that we used the Citrus APC, our brush, to scrub it and then steam it. And then it lifted away with a microfiber towel. But even after all of that, sometimes whatever the stain is, it will not lift off of the fabric. You can only go so far. Do what you can, but sometimes you may have to leave it after you've tried everything. Granted, it does look much better than it was, and the customer's eye may not even go to it anymore. And the customer may not even notice that it's there anymore. Granted, it looks much better than it used to. So now let's move on to that driver's side armrest. Again, just like the center armrest, it was disgusting. So multiple applications of APC, brushing, and steam broke it up, and then it was mopped away with a microfiber towel. So after a few applications of APC, scrubbing, and steam, now look at the results. Alright guys, so that was pretty gross, wasn't it? But as you saw, with the steamer, with a good all-purpose cleaner, with the brush, with towels, you can make it happen. But have realistic expectations. With the customer, we told them with smoke odor, it's not going to take the odor away. Even if you were to heavily steam everything, it's not going to go away. Smoke odor is saturated into everything in the vehicle. And especially when you see a vehicle like this, simply detailing alone is not going to do the trick. So here in Richmond, I refer work out to a company called the Interior Guys. They specialize in odor removal, mold removal, all that stuff. They basically rip the car apart if they need to and clean everything, deodorize everything. They thermal fog it, they ozone it if they need to, all that stuff. And then they put everything back, and that will usually do the trick. Sometimes you need to do that multiple times to be able to get rid of all the residue and get rid of all the odor completely. But I've had good success with referring customers to them and being able to remove those odors. Really what we tackled was the center console and that arm. But what do you think, guys? Came out pretty good, right? So you can do the same thing. You don't need to hit it with extractors. You don't need to saturate it with water and things like that. True, you saw that that center console and even the armrest was heavily steamed, but you need to do that to break up all of that nasty oil and dirt and nicotine and who else knows what was in that. But you need to do that to be able to break it all up. And you saw it took a couple of applications of chemical and brushing and steaming to be able to remove all that gunk. But pretty successful. It turned out really great, and the customer was extremely happy with it. So that's what we want. Especially with the buttons on the console, you got to be really careful, and on the steering wheel, because once you start to clean those, the little white lettering can come off. So tread carefully. What I was using was basically a little bit of all-purpose cleaner, but I just had a wet microfiber towel or a damp microfiber towel. And usually the water alone will slowly dissolve all of that gunk. And then you can hit it with an all-purpose cleaner quickly and be able to get the rest of it off. Or if you want to steam it. But again, be careful with steam with parts like that because the white lettering will start to come off. Just be wary of that. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with others who may enjoy it, and definitely consider subscribing. If you've enjoyed the videos, you want to see more, then click on that bell. That way you get notifications each time our videos drop each week and you don't miss stuff. And guys, check out our merchandise. We have a bunch of awesome t-shirts that you can purchase on our online store. So if you click up there, that goes to the online store, and you can get 15% off with Miranda 15. And again, like I said, if you are interested in the tools or products, then click up there or click some of the links down below and check out the products that we used in the video. The tools, the different chemicals that we used, the steamer. Now, you may have noticed that the steamer was the VX5000. Thanks goes out to Tony Ralda from Ralda's Detailing for letting us borrow that steamer. It is amazing. It's actually a used steamer that he purchased, but he's got two of them, so he was very generous in allowing us to use it for a couple of months. And I gotta say, that thing is incredible. So if you're interested in that steamer, click the links down below so you can purchase that. Yeah, it is pretty pricey, but man, that thing is amazing. I'll have a review coming out on that soon. I'm using it and getting used to it and seeing, some of the things that it can do, and I gotta say, I am blown away by this steamer. I've had, I think, all of the different McCulloch steamers. They're good. They are, but they're not like this. They're not commercial grade like this thing is. This thing is solid stainless steel. It's got different types of options on it that the other machines just simply don't have. So yeah, if you use that steamer, let me know down below what you think. Do you love using it? I only have the small tip attachment. I don't have the other attachments, but I really don't even think I need it. It works amazing. So that's what we used on this job, was that VX5000 steamer. So again, thank you, Tony, for letting me borrow that. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great week.